To be leaders at the CLC was I'm a team player, and anything that you need, I'm 100% there. You tell me what you need me to work on, you prioritize for me what the issues are, I'm always gonna have this team's back. And he has done that every single day, and I love you so much, brother.
Good morning.
Who are you?
Who am I? Sometimes I wonder. Today, just Larry. I know that a lot of people have always told me, Larry, you're so much better when you speak from the heart. And so I think that that's one thing I can say is that, yeah, the heart is so important. And I think that's really important for me too.
I remember the first time that Larry genuinely impressed me. And it was the day that we had actually won the election for CLC officers. And we happened to run into him on the street that evening, and he was out with Terry with his spouse. And just his joyous demeanor and just his bright smile and his enthusiasm just immediately captivated me. It's a very clear memory that I have of his energy and the positivity that he brings to absolutely everything.
You know, I always knew Larry as this person who breaks out into song, who can entertain a crowd.
Working with Larry it's just such a pleasure, right? He is very generous with information and asking questions, but also being supportive, and is just shares, and that's something to be said. So I love being in spaces with him because for me, Larry's superpower is he can talk to anybody, but also talks to everybody.
Larry, c'est un rassembleur. Il est capable, il déteste faire de la peine, tu sais, c'est vraiment une bonne personne. Donc, tu sais, quand il voit des conflits, il trouve toujours la voie de passage. Tu sais, il est toujours capable de trouver le meilleur dans chacune des personnes.
Larry has this lightness and this ability to put people at ease in tough situations. And he often breaks out into song, which is amazing. And so in tough times, you need that light. And I have to say I'm very grateful to have him in my life and to call him my brother, right?
Oh my God. So I'm running the elections, national elections for CUPE. And it was a very tense convention. By the time we got to the elections and everything, so we do all the elections, everybody's elected, the whole thing. And now I have to give the chair back, okay, to the chair. But I couldn't do it because I could just still feel the tension in the room. So my go-to song for that kind of a moment, I see fields of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I sings to myself, what a wonderful world. And I just saw it. It's bringing tears to my eyes right now. But I could see them. They were just going, oh my God, oh my God. We've done the elections, now everybody's got to come together. So I think that's one thing that I like to do in the movement. And I hope that I may be remembered for it's that bringing people together as opposed to dividing them up and fighting.
Larry, Larry's a conduit, he connects us, he just knows everything about everything. And so I think that's a piece of Larry that I'll remember.
On est un petit local de 53 membres à Gatineau. Puis Larry est arrivé, puis il nous a traités comme si on était extrêmement importants. Larry était là, calme, posé, extrêmement intelligent aussi, des conseils vraiment incroyables. Puis c'est ça, Larry était là pour nous coacher, puis nous défendre, puis avec passion aussi. Donc il s'est vraiment intéressé à nous.
Larry is a leader who, for the 2S LGBTQI+ community, not only opened the door, but took it off the hinges. That's what I always like to say. He's a mentor to so many of us in the movement. He brought equity to a table and the voice of 2S LGBTQI+ people to the table in a way that, broke the barriers. It wasn't something that is just who you are, but it embodied everything he believed in.
I mean, I was born and raised at the height of that civil rights movement. I think the thing that makes me the angriest is the injustice of having privilege and denying it to others.
Mais aussi un point important de l'arrêt, c'était la capacité qu'il avait d'approcher les gens et d'aider les gens.
Why do I do it? Yes, it's because my sense of justice, but if my sense of justice connects with everybody who's seeking justice, so that's why you do it for yourself and for others, but never just for yourself.
You know, when the Coalition of Black Trade Unionists, we asked Larry to stand with us in front of the Prime Minister's office. Of course, his only response, as usual, was, "What time do you want me to be there? When do you want me to be there?"
Oh my goodness, I'm going to miss him so much. Like, he just brings such positivity all the time, you know, and the work that we do is so often so hard, and it's just emotionally sometimes draining. And just having somebody who's so consistently positive and just like fighting through to get us to that next space, like, you know, he's going to be missed. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just like this awesome person to be around, and I will really miss getting to hang out with him.
And we want to continue working with him. That's why he's not allowed to retire. And I will tell you that he's had the courage to do this work, and that's why we appreciate him so much.
Il n'arrêtera pas. Ça, c'est clair. On fait toute la même chose. On dit qu'on va arrêter, mais on n'arrête pas.
J'espère que le leg va avoir des gens qui vont dire, si lui peut le faire, moi je peux le faire aussi. Ça serait le plus grand cadeau qu'il pouvait nous léguer. Que les jeunes n'ont pas peur, ils n'ont pas peur de s'avancer, de prendre le risque qui est d'oser. Pour moi, ça va être le plus grand leg de Larry.
So to the young generation today, the most important thing is that time goes by so fast. I never thought that I'd be at this age looking back so quickly. Where did the time go? So it's very important to know thyself, to love thyself as well. And with that, once you can be anchored in that, then you can take leadership of yourself, and you can take leadership of causes of others to move forward. But it's extremely important to love thyself. À nous, toujours, toujours, toujours. À qui la rue? À nous la rue. La justice nous appartient. On la prend, on la saisit, puis on la garde. Solidarité, mes amis. Solidarity, everyone.
My friends, let's give it up for Larry Russo.
Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer. I see fields of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I sings to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh yeah, sing the song, baby. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, long blessed days, long sacred nights, and I sings to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh yeah, listen to the song, baby. All right. The colors of the rainbows, so pretty in the sky. The faces of people at CLC passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, come on, talez-vous. You know he's only saying, I love you. I see babies cry. I got 3 of my own. Vince, Amelie, Alexi. I love you more than ever you will know. I sings to myself, you know what? What a wonderful world. I love you all, man. All right. You know, I just sings to myself. What a wonderful world. Oh, yeah. I love you. Thank you. All right.
As if we needed any reminder as to why we love Larry so much. So folks, I just wanted to also make an announcement for the Workers of Color Caucus election. Oh, okay. Jordan Ford from CUPW. And Rocky Beals from NUPG. Congratulations to those 2 folks. There's still an alternate to be elected, so we will stay tuned. We also have a pair of glasses that we found, so please come up and let us know if these belong to you. So now I'm just going to invite you to pay attention to the screen for a special message from a friend to Canadian workers, U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders.
Let me thank the Canadian Labour Movement for the enormously important work that you do. And let me just tell you what you already know, that there has never been a moment in modern history more urgent than now for workers to come together and join forces in Canada, in the United States, and all over the world in the fight for economic justice. Never before in human history have so few owned so much. Never before in human history has there been such extreme levels of income and wealth inequality. Never before in world history have we seen a billionaire class with so much political power. And never before have we seen the unprecedented level of greed, of arrogance and irresponsibility on the part of the ruling class. That is true in the United States, where the wealthiest man alive, Elon Musk, owns more wealth than the bottom 53% of American households. One guy, more wealth than the bottom 53% of households. It is also true in Canada, where the top 1% now owns almost as much wealth as the bottom 80%. And it is true globally, where the 12 richest people in the world now own more wealth than the bottom half of humanity, more than 4 billion people. How insane is that? In other words, the billionaire class is becoming obscenely richer, the working class continues to struggle, and the poor increasingly live in economic desperation. That is the status quo that the ruling class is working overtime to preserve. And that is the status quo that we have got to change. Further, for the first time in history, We have a president of the United States who, outrageously, has gone out of his way to insult, threaten, and economically harm Canada, the closest ally that the United States has in this world. As a United States Senator from the state of Vermont, who lives just 50 miles away from the Canadian border, let me be very clear. I find that type of behavior from President Trump to be absolutely unacceptable, and so do the overwhelming majority of the American people. Do not for a moment think that when Trump attacks or insults Canada, he is speaking for the American people. He is not. So we've got a lot of bad news out there, but let me give you some good news. In the United States, in Canada, and throughout the world, people understand that our economic and political systems are broken, and they are demanding fundamental changes, not tinkering around the edges, fundamental changes. They understand that if workers want better wages, benefits, and working conditions, they must belong to a union. As a result, the trade union movement is being revitalized, and more workers are going out on strike against the unprecedented corporate greed of CEOs. We're seeing this in Canada. We have more than 1,000 Uber workers join the United Food and Commercial Workers Union and got a much-needed raise and protections for their health and safety. We're seeing it in the United States, where workers at Volkswagen formed a union and won its first union contract in the South, thanks to the UAW. And we're seeing it all across the world, where workers are standing up and fighting back against the unprecedented corporate greed that is taking place in a way that we have never, ever seen. The working class is refusing to accept a society in which so few have so much and so many have so little. They refuse to live under an oligarchy. And this is the simple message that I want to leave with you today. The oligarchs have the money, that is true, and they got a lot of it. But we have the people. And if we stand together, we will not be defeated. Let us increase worker solidarity between Canadian workers and those in the United States. Let us go forward. Let us take on the oligarchs. Let us win this struggle. Thank you very much.
Okay, delegates, this is my favorite time at convention because the time has finally come to take it to the streets, my friends. Today we're going to rally for Canadian jobs because we know the moment that we are in. So are you ready to get out there and to do some marching?
Okay, hello delegates. I'm Scott Luddy. I'm the Western Canadian Director for the United Steelworkers. And I want to talk about our jobs, our union jobs. All of our union jobs are important. They're critical to us, to our families, and to our communities. Our resource jobs like the miners in northern Manitoba, the manufacturing jobs like the steelworkers in Selkirk, our municipal workers in our communities, workers in education and healthcare, our postal workers, our federal and provincial public sector workers, and our building trades friends build our communities. And those jobs are under attack. They're under attack from governments. They're under attack from corporations, from tech bros. They're under attack from the billionaire class and Donald F. and Trump. And we are pushing back. You are pushing back. But friends, if we do that together, if we fight back together, we can win. Are you ready to win? Are you ready to fight? What happens when we fight? When we fight? I have a great international president of my union, Roxanne Brown. She is awesome. She does that way better than me, by the way. But she says when we come together, we can do epic shit. Do you want to do some epic shit? Yeah. Are we going to do some epic shit? Yeah. What are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Friends, my name is Sharon D'Souza, and I'm the National President of the Public Service Alliance of Canada. Our public services are under attack, municipal, provincial, territorial, and federal. And I have a message to tell you. We're not going to take this shit. It is time for us to stand up and fight, because I will tell you something. When public services collapse, it's privatized, it's contracted out. And what happens? Every single one of us, our families, our communities suffer. So are you going to stand up for public services? Are you going to stand up for good wages? Are you going to stand up across this country, coast to coast to coast, to defend your brothers, sisters, and friends, to ensure that we have good unionized jobs? When we are united, we are stronger. Solidarity. Solidarity. Solidarity.
I'm Barry Sawyer, National President of UCW Canada. Delegates, sisters, brothers, and friends, across this country, working people are feeling the pressure. The cost of living continues to go up, and at the same time, too many good Canadian jobs are disappearing, being outsourced or replaced with insecure work. At USCW Canada, we know that protected Canadian jobs means protected Canadian communities. Because when a food processing plant closes, or a warehouse job is contracted out, or retail workers lose stable hours, it doesn't just affect that workplace, it affects entire towns, families, and futures. Canadian workers in this room are not asking for special treatment. We are asking for fairness. We need governments at every level to invest in Canadian workers, Canadian agriculture, Canadian manufacturing, and Canadian food production. We need stronger labor laws that stop the race to the bottom and hold employers accountable when they exploit workers or abandon communities. And let's be clear, protecting jobs also means protecting the workers who do them. This means fair wages, safe workplaces, benefits, pensions, respect on the job, and pathways to permanent residency for migrant workers who help feed this country. UFCW Canada members show up every single day to work in grocery stores, food plants, warehouses, healthcare, agriculture, and communities from coast to coast to coast. We're proud of the work we do, and we will never stop fighting for good union jobs here in Canada.
Folks, the time has come. Let's go hit the streets.
Somehow they stayed that way for those 5 days in May, made all the stars around them shine. Funny how you can look in vain, living on nerves and such sweet pain, a loneliness that cuts so fine. Find the face you've seen 1,000 times. Sometimes the world begins to set you up on your feet again, and no, it wipes the tears from your eyes. How will you ever know the way that circumstances go? Always gonna hit you by